first thing we're going to do is, well, get a little space here. Need to paint this because it's very splotchy, this cap, and otherwise I won't be able to finish it in time. It's okay if the top is a bit splotchy because that's mostly hidden. But the sides shouldn't be splotchy. I think it actually is going to need a third coat. But this takes a while to dry, this paint. Not as long as acrylics, so yay, but it takes a while. Okay, that part is done. Let's put you over here. What do we have to paint except a whole lot? Mostly tops, and then pastelling, a couple of eyes. Why is there gold in here? Now I need to repaint that. Butterfree is almost done. This needs an extra layer. This one is done. This one is done. This one needs a little bit extra. So, plenty to paint. I'm having a lot of issues with my space heater today. It's being very nasty and mean. And the things that are done I can't put in the right drawer because I have one of those locking drawers, meaning if one is open, the others can't be open. These are done. Let's do them over here. A little bit of touch-ups over here. It's quite cold again. It was nice for a couple of days, or at least nicer because still cold. Do I have any news? Well, since yesterday, the cats have full access to the entire house. And they love running through it. However, they have not yet understood how to open doors. So they stay behind the door and then start mewing because let me in or I need to go out. And I'm like, yeah, you're going to have to learn that for yourself. We did make sure there's a litter box on each side of the door. So if they do get stuck, quotation marks, they at least have a place to go. However, unfortunately, they managed to lock themselves into their old room, which was a bedroom. But because they don't know how to open the doors yet, they were kind of stuck there. And there's no litter box there anymore. But they did fine. I mean, a couple of hours without a litter box is not that dangerous. Okay, let's see. Butterfree, we only need the eye color. And the white is wide enough. Made sure I got myself some clean water last week. Filling up my dirty rag jar. Where is my scrap piece of paper? All the way over there. So that would make this Butterfree finished. And Butterfree comes with a heavy ball. Okay, is the screen a bit blurry or am I blurry? I think I'm blurry. This one is pretty much done. This is the first one I used because of all the goop around it. But hey, if it has a little bit of juice, I'm using it. And I won't use mica powder for the shading on the Pokemon. I think I did everything without shading, so I'm just sticking to that theme. For those who follow my Instagram, DeviantArt, or other social medias, I posted a new art piece. One I made in one evening. Did study a couple of days beforehand. There, that's Butterfree done. Does need to dry, but this is very fast drying, so over here. Right, we had some purpley here, lines and eyes. the fact that there's a bit gold over the lines actually helps. It makes the line a little bit, or at least it gives a little bit of texture to the round. What is this and why are you here? Already wanted that last time. I always have a lot of knives and I always keep misplacing them. Just need a little bit of touch up on the side for that. I think it could have been the pinky. Very weak. Let's see, where's the purple? Is this the purple? I think this is the fin purple. No, this is the body purple. And then the gold side, my own little blend. I don't think I need to look the reference up. Also, hello to the 2 watchers. Okay, so the eyes have a blue, yellow outside, then go to blue, and then go to purple. Okie dokie. So first we're going to glue. This will probably dry enough soon. Okay, you just need some fixing on the top, and when you're dry, some fixing on the back. But then you'd be done. And ready for mica powdering. Oh, and I noticed 2 spots that need touching up. A little black dab. Not sure if it's the right black, but it's so little that even no one would notice it. And a little bit of the side missed a spot. There we go. And then you can dry. And when that's dry, I can do the background, back side, not the background. Let's see, because no fixing of the back needed. So this is final lining, and then you're done. Means I'll be able to spray varnish a couple of them. I'm gonna fix a little bit in the eye. Doesn't really like to adhere to this reddish paint that well, so I need to dab. It seems I missed the whole gold part. Okay. Okay, so first a little bit of purple. And this whole part on the inside needs to be done. So, almost done. This one needs some back fixing. Mermaid's almost already dry. Let's see. First want to do the ones that are almost done. There is shading in here, just not very noticeable. That's fine. For spray varnish, I first use a coat of gloss varnish That I truly hate because it remains sticky for so long. It needs very dry surroundings to be used. So it only really dries well in the summer. And then I use a layer of good varnish. That does dry in about 15 minutes. The same with the back. Also needs to do some on the back. Good. It's quite a big blob in the back. Ah, missed a spot. I mean, no one would notice it, but I notice it, so it's gonna be fixed. Oh, no fixing in the back needed. That's nice. So next week is Fantasy Fest, so no art stream then, obviously. And no, I'm not gonna stream at Fantasy Fest because I'm usually way too busy. Don't even know what I should stream. Minor fixing in the back. Little fixing in the back. Most just have a little bit of fixing in the back. Downside is that the paint doesn't really, it's not very opaque. Okay, this is the final one of the almost done's. How's this one? Okay, some fixing on the back. Doesn't need much. It should be enough. Could dry up quite splotchy and then I need to do more, but let's first see how this ends up. Doesn't need to be perfect because it's the back. And if people would study the back, well, okay, maybe, but it is a slightly different gold, by the way. And very transparent, like all metallics. But that's a future problem anyway. How dry are the eyes? Dry enough. And again, if you don't like it, feel free to give your own printable their own colors. Okay. Now let's see, what do we have? Mostly eyes. Let's take the very dark blue for Karel's eyes. Next would be his glint, so almost done. And of course the new top layer. Brown, 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 but not too brown. These parts are usually quickly done. Okay, this is clear enough. I'm gonna need to put some clear varnish over it. Just need to let it dry a little bit longer. And when these are done, I can give them some mica powder, but I think that's going to be next stream. And hello to you. Need some shaking. Oh, this paint smells. That can only mean that the not so nice blue paint is in here. Okay. You I wanted to fix for a while, so let's return to you. Luckily I can give that an unmixed part. Oh, there's a sneeze coming up. Hopefully I managed to mute that in time. My dark brown that I'm also almost out of, and I really like and can never get again. Skin is also almost done. Just a few touch-ups. Summer is going great. I mean the character. Absolutely not summery over here. They even said it's possible it snows again today. There we go. Don't need that for now. Do need to look it up, but if I am correct, Summer has red eyes. Because I tend to give the eye color the same as the element. Though Spring didn't get that. I think Spring got another one. I think pink because it fitted. Summer. Is it listed under Summer? Pretty much. Spring had blue. Oh, I get brown? How boring. Huh. I think I'm gonna make this red for this, because otherwise this will be one brown blob. So I'm going to move away from my design, original design, for artistic reasons. All this red, I'm bleeding. And I needed this color for more. So while I have it, otherwise I'm going to waste paint by cleaning the brush, grabbing another brush, and getting the exact same color of paint. And remember, these 2 commies are going to be a freebie, because people like freebies. And then they're gonna complain to me about it, that I did it wrong. Okay. Now, let's see. Which dark brown did I use for the pen? I think it was this one. And otherwise, it's gonna be this one. I also did most of my gift art on Fantasy Expo, which kind of proves how quiet things were. Meaning I can spend time on redrawing old art or inspiration that I had on my list. So that's nice. Let's see, this is a newly blue. Does need a lot of layers apparently, which I'm not pleased about, but that's the hand I've been dealt with. Okay, so that's drying for now. And for the people wondering why I don't do the art of Eternity 7 at a convention, it's a table that's not suited for me. It's wobbly. I get interrupted in a good way all the time. So yeah, it's just not a comfortable drawing place. So hence why I do the gift art there. Okay. This one's gonna get his coat. This one is almost out and I can't no longer reach it with the brush. It's only the top I'm gonna do with this. And when that's dry, I'm gonna do the sides. And clean this little jar. Not sure what I'm going to use it for just yet. This is going to take a long while to dry because it's really thick now. And this is the quick dry variant, by the way. So got it at Big Bazaar before it went belly up. Okay, so this one's pretty much empty. You can dry maybe at the end of the next stream. Do I still have thinner here? No, this one's empty. Then I'm gonna need other thinner. And I can't reach that drawer at the moment because it's being blocked by the other ones. Okay, Iri. Still moss painting. It's one of those new colors I mixed. So, to a lot of people, they are well aware that yesterday was Valentine's Day. And this year I did not celebrate it. Partly because we're not the kind of ones who wait a year to say we love each other. We say it almost daily. And if we want to gift someone something, we just give them something. But there's also another reason. Oh, wait, I'm gonna need this one. 13th of February was the day of birth of Vladimir. And he passed away on the 15th of February last year. So if you look at your computer monitor clock, you should see that's 1 year ago. We are not doing something special, like throwing an anniversary or something like that, but we are being quiet about it, thinking about him. We think about him a lot. He was an amazing cat. Might feel a bit weird because we have 2 other cats, and is that this color? I think it was. Yeah, it was this color. Gonna need that anyway. So yeah, it's a solemn day for us today, yesterday, and it's probably gonna stay that way in a couple of years. Vladimir was just different. Was different from Moos, Max, Frisbee, Frodo. And these two gremlins we have now, they're still in the kitten phase, which is obvious considering they're about 4.5, 5 months now. But they're still mostly rushing through the house, discovering everything, and then eventually go to bed themselves. They don't really snuggle up yet. Yesterday was the first night we left them alone during the night, during the entire household. Like I said, they locked themselves in. But yeah, that's their stupidity. But even when they were on a bed, it was still playtime to them. So they're still very young. They need to be looked after. They're not as independent as Vladimir was. Vladimir was also very puzzle solving, and these two can't solve how to open the door yet. But again, we never taught them. They're about 4 or 5 months old. We need to give them time, and when they snuggle up, it's amazing. They just crawl onto you, no matter how little space there is. Despite the smelliness, it is a good paint. Don't know what smells. Maybe it's the binder or something like that. Oops. And I just like to complain. Okay, everything else can dry first. Otherwise I'm probably gonna mess up. We're almost at the 1 hour mark, which means time for a break. So I'm gonna finish this one. gonna need to add some water in here. It is drying. And otherwise I need to toss a whole jar of paint, and I don't want that. And most of these designs are, by the way, simplified, because you can't add all the details you can in an illustration. Purple, I needed purple. Okay. So unfortunately, a lot of things won't be dry for the next stream. You are dry enough to fix that a little bit. Making you finished. How dry are you? Dry enough to add the white. Where's my white? And where's my little dotting tool? Where is my little dotting tool? Yoo-hoo! Well, I got myself a new dotting tool, so let's try it. Okay, good alternative until I found back the other one. It's a very thin dotting tool because it's for nail art. Okay. So this one needs to dry and then it's ready for pastelling. While I'm at it, first gonna do some pastelling before I'm gonna redo the lines. So maybe next stream I can fix those. Oh, that's a bit much. So I'm gonna take my break. And usually the white dries quite quickly because it's very little, and then I can do some distilling. I think I'm going to let it dry very well before I try to do that, because I still have a couple of characters that can use a second, third, fourth layer. So yeah, I'm gonna give myself a little break, and I'll be seeing you in about